Hello, everybody. We'll try this again. As you can see, I was clearly censored there, and that wasn't technical difficulties. Got two different phones here, and one is too heavy for the tripod, it appears, and the other one is older. That's the one I typically use. So it was just, I think where I stopped there was that basically we're going to try and do something. I don't know. I want to go in a different direction with the radio show, and while I hate video, it is better received. It seems people uh, relate to it, and maybe the video can be a lead into the radio show. People like their snippets. Um, the couple things. I don't know if you can hear in the background. I got some Bill Withers playing. Bill Withers passed away. I think he was 81 years old. That was sad. Uh, and trivia in Lean on Me, he does say "I know" repeatedly. I believe 26 times. Uh, I'm I have friends that work in healthcare, and I've been talking to people more than ever. I've been doing more interviews than ever, and it's been amazing what they've been subjected to. And I know people signed up to do a job, and people, myself included, will say, "Well, people signed up to do it." This is a little above and beyond, I think. And when people sign up for a job, I'm not into the hero worship that seems to pop up out of nowhere for everybody. And if everybody is a hero, then nobody is. I'm not for all the hero worship. I think that the people that really do the jobs well, the people I've known for years, would just scoff at the use of that word applying to them. And I think the people that scoff at it are the real heroes, as it were. But I think that where we're losing is that people do sign up for difficult jobs, and they do them, and they make a choice, but they sign up knowing that they'll be supported doing those jobs. And I think we have to make sure that they get all the support they need. I think we need to focus on masks, and we need to focus on gloves and PPE, the protection uh, gear, and we need to standardize what's going on, because it's frustrating, because this thing where they have a quarantine over here but not a quarantine here and not a quarantine here, it's not working. It's not going to work. That's why I'm kind of resistant to it, because it's a flawed plan, and we have people that are just guessing and pretending they're not guessing. They're being paid money, and they're making life and death decisions, and they're just guessing, and it's not intelligent guessing. Having a quarantine scattered throughout the way that it's being done, where the whole center of the state of Pennsylvania for the longest time wasn't quarantined, so people could travel between. People are traveling now to get alcohol to other states that have higher infection rates that are still serving. And when this is happening, with having that kind of quarantine is just saying, you know, that's the equivalent of saying, don't pee in this section of the pool. You just don't pee here, and that'll be fine for the pool. It'll keep everybody in the pool safe if you just don't pee in this section of the pool. That's completely ludicrous. If you want to quarantine, it has to be like you see the astronauts do. There's no breach in procedure, because if they have a breach of procedure, they will die. And we're not doing that. We're doing a pretend quarantine. It's for effect. Uh, the I see people wearing masks, and you know, you can get away with a simple bandana. They're saying, I don't believe they're nearly as good, but if it makes you feel better, I know it makes me feel a little better when somebody's nasty sneeze is contained. I don't know if people wearing bandanas will lead to a generation of people that do not even attempt to cover their face, because I've seen what technology has done with auto flushing toilets and what's that's led to, because people didn't get the memo that every toilet isn't auto flushing, and that's disturbing. Technology becomes crippling to a new generation. But if you're more comfortable putting a bandana around your face, then more power to you. But the best thing is an N95 mask and practicing good procedures from head to toe. People do all these things, and then they walk in their house. They don't do anything with their shoes. So if they are that fearful of catching something, it can get in on you. It can stay on, I believe, cardboard and clothing for 3 hours or so. All these numbers are made up, and I'm not pretending to be an expert on them, but that sounds reasonable. The And one thing before I go, and I'm going to do this like a couple times a day. I've tried a late night, I've tried an afternoon, I've tried a morning. I'm seeing what works better. I'm doing it because it makes me feel a little better, to be honest. If it makes anybody else feel better, that certainly works. And I've seen the people that are doing stuff on TV, and without the laugh track and without the audience, it just seems like they're no better than any of the rest of us in doing it. But one of the things I wanted to be clear on, because I always have problems when I see people doing these things, uh, and I think that my tagline will be, I'm wearing pants. I'm always wearing pants. Always wearing pants. I was born wearing all black. I will die wearing all black. I'm always wearing pants. So I always see, when I see these headshots, I always worry that the people are not matched top to bottom, and they're sitting there in like pajamas or whatever. So that's one thing I can promise you with integrity. I will never talk to you unless I'm wearing pants. Thank you, and stay safe.